The hardest of welcomes to all of you. This is SctStarcraft, and before I say anything else, I'm going to say that this is going to be a cast in English, as you have probably noticed. So the main thing is that I'm going to do this cast once. This is the first time I started it, and no matter how much I screw this up, I'm gonna upload it and you're gonna see how bad, or possibly how not so bad, I am in English. So without further ado, this is going to be a match between MaNa, Mouse Sports MaNa. He's only playing on the Torches account, and he's going to be facing Strelok, Ukrainian, I think, Terran. So what are we going to see in this match? Probably it will be a long macro game, as you can probably see on the bottom part of your screen, where is the bar which shows how long this movie is. And what else? This is semi-finals, I guess. These are semi-finals of Gigabyte Nvidia Invitational number 4. And if you haven't seen the quarterfinals yet, I urge you to go to my channel and watch the replays, the comments. And of course, as you probably imagine, MaNa had won the quarterfinals, therefore he's in the finals. Yeah, I know, that's brilliant of me. So we're going to see a command center first from Strelok. This SCV is going here right now and starting the building, and Mouse is starting, well, it's a typical gate on 13, I think it was, and a simulator, and we are going to see a cyber core in a second, probably. There's this one probe going to Strelok's base to see what is going on. He's going to see the command center, which is more completed than the barracks, so possibly we're going to see some kind of early aggression from MaNa, because if he doesn't attack, he has, well, a disadvantage for the rest of the game, unless he starts the Nexus in the next few seconds, but we'll see. Well, he's got the 250 minerals, so probably he's accumulating the minerals for Nexus, but we're going to see this probe tried to do some attacking on SCV, not this SCV, but on this one. But so far only thing that it has accomplished is, well, luring this second SCV and prohibiting it from mining. So I suppose that's, well, that's something. And we are seeing double racks and a orbital command morphing. I always thought that Terrans constructed their buildings, not morphed them. Morphing is, I guess, Zergy thing, but whatever. See? It's building here. Nexus is building while Terran buildings are morphing. Oh well, I suppose it's only the change from one building to other building. Perhaps if there's a change to gateway, it would be morphing too. I'm curious. I wonder if I remember to check it later on. If not, perhaps one of you could check it and tell me what's the text there. Well, whatever. As you can see, there's a probe stationed here, probably going to be building a proxy pylon in some time in the future. There's a bunker going up and 5 marines so far. There's a tech lab in one of those barracks, so perhaps we're gonna see some early steam, or maybe concussive shells. So we'll see. Some mules supplementing the income of Terran, and as we can see right now, that it must have been a probe transfer of some sort, because the income of Protoss is so low right now. I can't imagine what else could be the reason of this. Yeah, it must have been a probe transfer. So we can see MaNa having some stalkers. I can't see any sentries. No, only 2 stalkers. Well, I guess that MaNa knows that for some time only unit that Strelok has is going to be the Marines, so perhaps stalkers are a good response to the Marine. We can see the +1 infantry weapons going on, some more Marines production, and some, well, speeded up Marine production because of this reactor. So perhaps Strelok is preparing for some kind of aggression. Well, I suppose not. He's taking the refinery, he's working on the upgrades, and he's working, I've seen a factory, yeah, this is a factory, so he's working towards a medevac probably. So he's taking up, so he's not gonna be attacking, but he has to have some army to defend from a possible base push from MaNa. As we can see, MaNa is building double fort, so the upgrades are going to be going on chrono boosted for MaNa very soon, and there's a Twilight Council, so perhaps some blink actions, perhaps some Dark Templars, or just charge for the Zealots. We shall see. And take a look at the map. You can see that MaNa has pylons or units everywhere. He's got very good map awareness right now. And this probe, there's, as I said before, there's a proxy pylon, there's a observer here, looking for perhaps some banshees leaving the base. I'm not entirely sure, but there is an observer. And then starport going on for Strelok. Second observer here, very good play. He takes a look on this expansion place. Here MaNa checking for this second expansion, but I don't think that the probe would have seen it if it were here, but whatever. And we can see quite a sizable army from Strelok right now. 12 marines, 4 in the bunker, 4 marauders. Steam pack should be already done, yeah it is, and the combat shield is on the way too, along with concussive shells, so that's a lot of tech, and I suppose that Strelok should be moving out soon, perhaps with a drop or some other kind of aggression, but well, his good attacking window is closing, and it's closing rapidly with charge upgrading, with the psionic storm being researched. Well, I suppose that, yeah, he's got to hit that timing, because if he doesn't, he's behind. He's actually behind if he doesn't do some damage to the Protoss with the army that he has right now. And this attack is going to be synchronized very well with the upgrades for combat shield, for concussive shells, and with the few medevacs that have just been created. And there's one zealot which I suppose killed an SCV or a probe or a marine here. Very good move from MaNa, because he has forced the Terran army back, and he forces a steam only of several units, but still that's a lot of HP and some energy on those medevacs that has to be used to heal those units. So we have 2 High Templars, several Zealots, a few Stalkers, not a great army, but with those chrono boosted upgrades, with this blink that's going to be researched sometime in the future, there's going to be quite... I think that MaNa is right now in a very good place to defend against this army. A good storm, perhaps feedbacks on those medevacs, that would be good, but we'll see. Perhaps there'll be a double-pronged aggression from Strelok, or not, or he's going just to go to the front of the base and just kill MaNa. We shall see. You know, steam and wind, that's a very common tactic, and it's quite, well, it works most of the time. And we'll see how many drones have been killed. No drones will be killed. The Strelok's army decided to retreat as of right now. Well, Strelok knows that MaNa has no third base right now, so perhaps that's a good decision. He knows that that MaNa is behind right now. So what will happen right now? Will those Zealots die right now? No charges used, but no. MaNa decides to get back, and there's going to be a drop. I've heard units loading into medevac, yeah, and those Zealots will try to engage those units, but this is not going to be a good idea. Nice storms, but they were not worth the loss of those High Templars and a few Zealots, but we're seeing a drop right here, and we're seeing an attack right here. All MaNa units are going back. A big warping, which is going to be killed before it even warps to... yeah, no, the Zealots managed to warp in, but there is quite a lot of units lost right now, and this army is quite large, but good storm, a very good storm right now. Very good storm that hit most of those units. Steam, another steam, and well, is it going to be enough? No, I don't think so. I don't think that Strelok has enough to win this engagement. He's going to inflict some severe losses to MaNa's army, but this is not enough. not enough to finish him off, and now MaNa is going to be able to expand. He already expanded in here, so in a few minutes he's going to be having a base advantage over Strelok, and this army is well, it has less and less hit points with each charge that those zealots make, so I suppose that it's a good move from MaNa. And another free medevac, that's huge, that's really huge. I wonder if this command center is built in the right place. I think it's a bit too far from this side of those minerals, but well, whatever. There's a small army of Strelok just waiting to be killed by this incoming MaNa army, but they're not going to see each other? Now they are. So a very good map awareness from Strelok. Just as those units approached his army, he retreated, and he's going to know he's not even going to lose this one Marauder. So well, a very good actually engagement from Strelok. He lost a bit of his army. I think he lost even more than MaNa, but he's well, he's ahead because of this expansion that has been created much earlier than MaNa's third or fourth. However, as we can see, MaNa has a fourth right now, so perhaps this terrain's advantage is not going to last for a long time now. MaNa starting to gather minerals from the second expansion and from his third expansion. Yeah, very large and well, quite good transfer. And there's one soul cannon versus those two medevacs, but this is not enough to repel this attack, and MaNa is now forced to move his whole army back. But there's a lot of stalkers. There's a lot of stalkers. One medevac goes down, second medevac goes down, and this drop is right now finished. Several stalkers and zealots have been killed, but I don't suppose that it was worth it. I think that MaNa is now officially ahead of Strelok in terms of economy and perhaps even in terms of army. No, he's got a smaller army. However, he's got more gas in the army. Are there ghosts? Yes, there's a lot of ghosts, a lot of energy on those ghosts also, so the EMPs are going to just, well, almost instantly kill those Archons. However, good feedbacks? No, not feedbacks. He's not going to... Oh, great storm! The second one wasn't that great, but all those ghosts were under the side storm, and a lot of energy from medevac is going to be required to heal this army. However, several High Templars have been killed, and I'm not entirely certain if this engagement was good for MaNa. Those ghosts have right now no energy. MaNa's, if he does one more warping of zealots, he's going to be able to beat this army, I think. No, Strelok decides to get back. A good split, but there's a lot of zealots, a lot of Archons, several stalkers. That's I think that's much too much for this small Marauder medevac marine army, and MaNa's going to force Strelok back. In the meantime, there was a counter attack of several zealots in here, but I suppose they didn't achieve much. Still, this army is getting smaller and smaller, hit by those charging zealots, and Strelok seems, well, he seems very behind right now. This small army, along with this planetary fortress, is going to hold MaNa back, but not for long. Not for long. And with this Colossus, is it going to be sniped? No, Strelok didn't snipe the Colossus. That would have been a huge victory for Strelok, but he didn't do it. He missed his opportunity, and there's a side attack by those zealots. This army was supposed to be pincered by those Protoss units, but MaNa failed with good timing of those attacks. But still, a lot of Strelok's army is being destroyed with each MaNa's attack, and what's even more important, MaNa didn't allow Strelok to take this third expansion, to use this expansion well for resource gathering, along with this rich Vespin Geyser. So that's a huge victory for MaNa. If he only stops right now, if he builds his army, his Colossi count, if his Colossi count gets up, well, I suppose that he's going to be in a very good place in this game, and possibly he's going to even win this game. There's a small pack of zealots ready to do some kind of counter attack in case the Strelok's army moves out just right now. Take a look at those zealots. No, not moving right now. There's going to be a large drop of 2 medivacs, some marauders, some marines, while MaNa's army is in a very bad position. How much? He can't even warp in, he's maxed out, so his army, his main base is going to be destroyed, but is it? I think that it's too late for such drops, because MaNa's going to absolutely annihilate this Strelok's army, and I think that he's going to destroy this expansion. But well, some Templars died, Stalkers died, there's finally a warping because he has supply to do it. Several pylons have been destroyed, yeah, but the planetary fortress will fall. All those SCVs must now get back, and Strelok GG's from this game. So MaNa takes the game number 1 in semifinals of Gigabyte Invitational number 4. Thank you very much for listening, and well, how do I say it in English? Till next cast? Well, whatever. Do usłyszenia.